There are moments in life when God goes silent, and all you hear is the sound of your own questions echoing back at you. You pray, you knock, you push forward, and yet every door stays closed. It feels unfair. It feels confusing. It feels like God is withholding something from you. But what if the delay isn't punishment, but protection? What if the very thing you're begging for right now could destroy you if God gave it too soon? Because sometimes God's greatest miracles don't come wrapped in a yes. Sometimes they come disguised as a wait. There are seasons in life when waiting feels like the heaviest burden on the soul. Not because you lack faith, but because you don't understand what the delay is trying to teach you. You watch people move forward, doors open for others, blessings fall into their laps, and you wonder, God, why not me? Why am I still here? And yet, something deep inside you whispers that your story isn't stuck, it's being shaped. Because this message is for the person who feels suspended between hope and disappointment, for the one who's tired of repeating the same prayer with no visible progress. It's for the person who wonders if God sees their tears, their effort, their heart. The truth is, He does, but He also sees what you don't. He sees where each path leads, even when it looks safe from where you're standing. Waiting isn't passive. Waiting is an act of trust. It's God placing His hand on your shoulder and saying, "Not yet, because I love you too much to let you walk into something unprepared." And that kind of divine protection often feels like a delay, even though it's grace in disguise. So before you interpret God's silence as abandonment, before you let disappointment define your season, I want you to hear this. You're not being punished, forgotten, or overlooked. You're being protected. And what God is doing behind the scenes may save you from a heartbreak, a setback, or a path you were never meant to carry. There comes a point in your journey when the waiting becomes more than a delay. It becomes a mirror that reflects your fears, your doubts, and the parts of you that you thought you had already healed from. You start questioning if you're enough, if you're doing something wrong, if maybe God has moved on without you. But the truth is, waiting often exposes what rushing would have concealed. It brings to the surface the wounds God is trying to heal before He brings you into the next chapter. And sometimes, the thing you're praying for so desperately isn't bad. It's just not ready. Or maybe you're not ready for the weight attached to it. Because every blessing carries a responsibility, and every open door comes with a battle you can't always see from the outside. God isn't withholding your future. He's strengthening the foundation that will hold it. What feels like stillness is often sacred preparation. There are opportunities that look golden on the surface, but are hollow on the inside. There are relationships that sparkle in the beginning, but end in heartbreak. There are paths that seem straight, but lead directly into storms. And God, in His mercy, sometimes blocks the very thing you think would make you happy, because He sees the disaster you'd walk into if He let you choose without Him. His weight is often a shield you didn't know you needed. Maybe you've been frustrated because you think God is ignoring your prayers. But what if He's actually answering them by saying, "Not yet"? What if the delay is protecting you from a person who isn't who they appear to be? From an opportunity that looks promising but comes with hidden traps? From a season you're not emotionally strong enough to survive? Waiting might feel like punishment, but more often, it's God's way of saying, "I love you too much to let you settle for less than what I've planned." And while you're waiting, He isn't sitting still. He's working in the unseen, shifting pieces, aligning paths, preparing hearts, protecting you from accidents you didn't even know were coming. The waiting room is not empty. It's full of God's fingerprints. You may not see the full picture yet, But one day you'll look back and say, "Thank God you made me wait. Thank God you closed that door. Thank God you protected me from what I thought I wanted." Waiting is not just about patience, it's about perspective. It's learning to trust in the unseen hands that are shaping your life. Every closed door, every unanswered prayer, every season of silence is God's way of teaching you to see the bigger picture. You begin to realize that life's timing isn't a mistake, but a masterpiece being painted stroke by stroke, and your waiting is part of the art. In these moments, the heart learns resilience. It learns to stand firm when everything around it seems uncertain. It learns that joy isn't found in rushing, in forcing outcomes, or in clinging to what seems immediate. True joy, the kind that endures storms, is cultivated in the quiet spaces where God whispers, "Trust me, I'm preparing you." And every tear shed, every longing felt, every moment of doubt is absorbed by a God who understands you completely. And finally, waiting reveals what truly matters. It teaches you to differentiate between fleeting desires and lasting blessings. It molds your character, shapes your faith, and strengthens your soul so that when the door finally opens, you walk through not just ready, but transformed. What once felt like a pause becomes the very thing that equips you to receive the life God has meticulously prepared for you. And then it hits you, the clarity that only waiting can bring. The realization that every closed door, every moment of silence, every season of longing was never about withholding, but about preparing you. What once felt like frustration now reveals itself as protection, a shield forged by love stronger than any human understanding. You start to see that what you thought you wanted might have broken you, and what you're being given in its place is exactly what your soul needs. This is the shift, the moment where disappointment transforms into gratitude, where impatience softens into trust. You recognize that God's timing is perfect, even when it feels slow, and that His wait is a gift wrapped in the patience of your own growth. Suddenly, the weight of uncertainty becomes light, and your heart expands to embrace not just what is coming, but the wisdom, resilience, and strength you've gained along the way. So when God says, "Wait," don't despair. Stand tall, breathe deeply, and trust the invisible hands that are guiding you. What feels like delay is actually divine protection, and what seems like silence is a rehearsal for the strength, wisdom, and joy that await you. Walk forward with faith, knowing that every pause has a purpose, every closed door preserves your heart, and every "not yet" is a promise that the life you're meant to live is worth waiting for. Thank you for staying until the end. Your time means the world, and I hope this message has touched your heart and strengthened your faith. If it did, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear your story and continue this journey together.